Alright, hello, Chatzu here, and I'm gonna try out another little drawing stream today. It's gonna be far more casual because it's not necessarily me working on something as much as it is me, well, like the title suggests, just goofing off drawing things from memory. Let me actually scale down the size of the brush real quick here. Gotta find a better way to do this. Let's see how well tin works. Oh, let me actually change the color to black. Okay, there we go. I also, actually, let me see how some of these settings I have actually work here. So I know that to undo. What is this? That save. Let's not touch that one. There's the reverse. Okay, what is this? Okay. Oh, change the brush size. Does this reset the... Okay, okay. Cool, cool. Well, let's go ahead and undo that. Mirroring off, okay. Alright, so now we're all set. Oh, by the way, the background music for today is... because even though I was listening to what was supposed to be like not copyrighted music on the last one, it still got copyright struck anyway. I decided to go to my sort of dead channel at this point because I don't use it anymore. Deep Sleep Dreamer, where we got a video called 10 Hours of Relaxing Music. Basically, I took stuff from a website that I absolutely know is just full-on Creative Commons stuff, and I kind of created my own thing with it by combining things, clipping, you know, I edited stuff together and shortened, and sometimes I'll change the speed or the, just, you know, different things to make something unique, even though I could technically just throw something on there, loop it, and call it a day. I like to put a little bit more work into it. But yeah, it was just, you know, music to relax, sleep, study, stuff like that too. I might upload some more stuff to it one of these days. But yeah. So let's go ahead and actually get started here. What am I going to draw? Actually, first of all, let me zoom in. There we go. And considering how many people have started to subscribe to my channel because of the AMV, the numb AMV that I put up, oh my god. Let's see, the original, you know, Gohan versus Cell numb AMV was actually the first video I ever uploaded back in, I want to say, yeah, it was 2006. And then years and years later, it might have been, actually, it might have been like 2009 or 10, maybe 9. I took the orange brick footage and remastered it. And then later on, I did a full-blown remake with the, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start drawing Goku while I'm telling this story, but, let's see if I can remember how to do this. But years later, I had worked on actually remaking the video from scratch. Once again, I am doing this from memory, by the way. So I do not remember. And I was never very good at drawing, especially Dragon Ball Z characters. The ears. colors. That's kind of how I just do. I really need to learn how to draw again. Or learn how to draw in a technically good way anyway. Oh, that's bad. But whatever. It's just a stupid little from memory thing anyway. I can't remember if it was something like... Oh, no, I'm redoing that. I tried to do the more casual eyes. Like the rounded ones, because you know there's the triangle eyes and then there's the... Alright, let me... There we go. I mean, good enough. You can at least still tell it's Goku. Still pretty bad, but it's not as bad as it could have been. Don't remember how this goes. Been so many years since I've done this. I'll get the actual chat up in case anyone actually comes in here. Can you tell I have no idea what I'm doing? Oof. Oh, no! Cancel. Wrong button. Oof, that was terrible. Trying to remember how to do this. And here we go, me drawing hands. Get ready for this. I'm just gonna do like something like that. Oh, my proportions are so messed up. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there before it gets even more embarrassing. And then I'm just gonna file new create. I'm actually gonna not save that one. All right. There we go. What else should I draw? Actually, if you've ever seen my little short story, Reaper's Day Off, the original thumbnail was actually based on a character my friends and I used to draw. This little comic strip that we were doing, which actually evolved into a story that I'm eventually going to be telling as part of the Trilateral Realms franchise. And it looks a little something like this. Why is it not? Okay, it's not showing me where it is. There it is. Come on. Yeah, good enough. You'd think this would be a lot easier on a drawing pad than it would on a piece of paper, but yeah. Come on now. No. Shit, let me push this mic back. It is in the way. Terrible, but good enough. And whoop. And that would just kind of. You know, rather than doing the autofill. Something like that, but I can draw it on paper a lot better. I mean, you'd at least get what I'm going with there. New. Create. Do not save. And I'm going to actually change brushes here to pencil. I think that's going to look a lot better. Let's test it out real quick here first. Yeah. Bit more authentic feeling. What else do I have? There's a lot of things, but let's try my attempt at Frieza. I used to draw him all the time, but I'm gonna actually start with the eyes this time. Something like that. And kind of this little. And a little wider than that. You know, all the DBZ characters with this little thing on their heads. And I'll wait to do the little things. Alright, once again, this is completely from memory, so I don't have any kind of reference. Oh, how did his nose go? I think it was one of these, like, things. Ooh, that was terrible. And then he had, like, the Little coloring thing. Just let me. There we go. And then there's just little things on the side. Believe it or not, this is actually going a lot better than I thought it would. Let me just kind of bring that in so that I can... Alright, the part that I am the worst at. Oh, Jesus. Stop hitting that button. I need to unlink that button. That's probably as good as I'm going to get it. Something like that. Kind of like a little... something along those lines. Feels like I am missing something. I'm going to do kind of like a little... Probably get a hell of a lot better. Don't they have these little like... the cheek indent things? Oh, it looks so terrible. So yeah, it's my blind attempt at Frieza without having studied him or drawn him for, God, years at this point. Alright, so let me do another new. I gotta find a better way of doing this. You know what? Let's go for it. Let's do an attempt at Cell. Alright. Start the same way I did with Frieza. Oh. Oh my goodness. Those don't even look remotely the same. I'm gonna keep rolling with it anyway. Just to... oh, shoot. Actually, no, that's not going to work because they need to be way closer together. Alright, let me... Really? How about you just erase? What is this smudging crap you're doing? It was because I've got the pencil. Oh, okay, I need to fix this. Alright, no. Good enough. I mean, this is absolute garbage, but do something like that. How does it go? Something something like that. Yeah, I'll figure out the rest later. And he's got the things too. But then his comes down like... and then he's got the little... Oh, I can't remember if like it comes off of these or... something like that, I think. I genuinely do not remember how this part goes. I know there's like, he's got the same kind of things like Frieza has. Oh, this is just... I know this is not how it goes, but the way I've drawn it, I kind of have to bring him up from there. Oh my goodness, that looks terrible. No, 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 no. Just gonna... kind of... No, that is not how it goes either. Where the hell does it come from? Well, probably from there, but I have screwed up the proportions so badly that there's no way to fix it. Let's see what I can fix. This is not helping. I'm just going to bring it up from here. But anyway, it goes way past the screen, and then there's like a... and then... and his, once again, has little things. I suppose that could have been worse. I don't know how, but it could have. Yeah, but then, of course, he's got like little... little Dalmatian spots, like I like to call them. Found 100 cells. Skin them. Get a fur coat. Well, not fur, but... or no, 101. That's right. I'm just gonna kind of... It looks so bad. And like, I know I have screwed something up in this area. I've just going off of memory, I don't remember how the proportions work. That and my proportion work on a tablet is just absolutely abysmal. I mean, it's not fantastic on paper, but the moment I switch over to... I'm trying to learn. I gotta bust this thing out more. But now let's get this abomination off the screen. New. Okay. Let's see what else we can do. Oh, how about I attempt my little Trilateral Realms logo, which, by the way, Tales from the Trilateral Realms comes out tomorrow, as does the trailer that I'm working on for it. Alright, let me just show you how I do this. I'm going to need the Line tool. Oh, actually, you know what? I got a button for that. There we go. Alright, let me... There should be about even. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's the middle. Or no, this might be the middle right here. I think I screwed it up, but it's just a general idea. Okay, yeah, it's not a perfect triangle, so this is going to be all jacked up. But it should give you a general idea of how I do this. I think the next one goes right here. Would you? Why won't you put it where I want it? What was that? Hey. Put it even. Alright, looks like that is the closest it's gonna allow us. What is this crap? You know what? No, 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 no. I do not accept that you won't let me. Thank you. Oh, the proportions don't work. It has to be a perfect triangle for it to work correctly. Shit. God, I haven't done this in a long time either. Because that's not in the middle, I kind of have to work with what I got here. This doesn't work at all. No, it doesn't work at all. I gotta do new. I royally screwed that up. Let me try it with that. What the? Why did you switch back to brush? Let's try to eyeball it. Without any guidelines. Which is somehow working out a lot better already. There we go. And then towards the center. And I'll cut off the top later. go. Or actually what I need to do is, because of the outline phase, so then it has to go all the way through there. And, oh shit, I forget how this part works. How does this work again? It's like that. This is a very, very loose version of what I originally did to make this. Portions don't work, but it's good enough. Can already see it coming together. Okay, now I need another layer. Oh, actually, let me shave off the top there. Kind of turn down the opacity on that. And turn up the brush size. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do 20. Alright, so let me know that all of this is going to be in there. Yeah, when I made the real deal, I was actually doing measuring and stuff like that. At least to the best of my ability. Oh, shoot. Are you serious right now? Oh my god. There we go. Okay. You're forgetting because switch back to line tool. But yeah, the cutting off the top was a very late addition. I need to turn that down even more. Undo. What the heck happened? Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. So why does it look like that? Yeah, just in case you can't tell what's happening, it's basically a T and a R overlapping. It should be fairly obvious, but you never know. Stylized T and R as well. Trilateral realms. Alright, I think I've got the whole thing. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Oh man, that one leg of the R just looks really jacked up. Oh man. I'm actually gonna copy this layer. Dude, let me paste it. Okay, there we go. Do very loose approximations of the colors here. Okay, so I'm also not going to do the fill layer like I usually do. So turn that red. Everywhere where it's just the R, I do red. Then I go blue for everything that's just the T. And then I go purple. There we go. For the overlap parts. I'll take out the background and voila. A very loosely done Trilateral Realms logo. So yeah, book 1 of the Trilateral Realms, Tales from Trilateral Realms, comes out tomorrow. I got a trailer dropping, not gonna want to miss that. I kind of wish I knew how to, because I hate how it does this, the white in between. I need to learn Krita better. That is not half bad considering I did it from memory and very loose. I mean, the proportions are still jacked up because it's me after all, but that's not half bad. Or okay, it's half bad, but it's not all bad. It's only mostly bad. All right. Well, you know what? That was a pretty good session. I might be streaming tomorrow, depending on how things go. I'm gonna be in like full advertising mode because I need this book to sell well in order to do the physical edition. I'll go ahead and actually talk about that for just a little bit. So yeah, Tales from the Trilateral Realms, and let me actually turn off this music. Okay, so Tales from the Trilateral Realms is a compilation of 8 short stories, all taking place within the same continuity. Although, if you read the stories, it's going to be very... you're going to be like, wait, how does all this connect? How can all this connect? I figured out a way, damn it. Basically, what this project is I have been creating stories in my head all my life, and at a certain point, it kind of went, you know what? I need to actually write these down. I need to, turn these into stories. The cheapest way to do that would be writing a book, because it doesn't really cost anything. You just have to, type it out, which is a nice way of getting it all out of my head. To where y'all can experience it. Let me actually... Okay, considers that all the way zoomed out. Alright. Oh, never mind, it's because I'm not on the... There we go. Center that. Where was I? But yeah, long story short, I found a way to combine every story I'd ever come up with in my head into one large universe. I found really cool ways to connect everything. And you're going to get little hints of how certain things connect and what meanings of certain things are if you read all the stories in there. But what I'm going to be working on next are going to be 2 novella series, each 12 books long. And the first one is going to be Midnight Falls, which there might be a handful of people out there that actually bought some of the books that I did a long time ago. You'll actually find a really old video somewhere on my channels. was a trailer for Midnight Falls. I don't think I ever did a trailer per se for the 2 short stories I originally did back in, I want to say 2014. It might even date back earlier than that, like 2013 or something like that. But yeah, I'd done 2 short stories. I'd uploaded them on Kindle, and then I wrote a very short novella called Midnight Falls, which I had intended to continue on with, but I never wound up doing that. So let me... Is the chat still around? Where's my mouse? There we go. I should completely minimize everything else. There we go. That way I don't lose the chat again. God, I'm so bad at shilling. I really need to script this kind of stuff. Let me actually move the mic to where I'm more comfortable. There we go. I'm so bad at speaking off the cuff. I need to get better at it. I keep losing my place. It's the ADD. Which has gotten a lot better since I started my diet. For those who didn't know, I was basically forced to go on a diet, which I wound up going low carb, and I'm practically carnivore at this point. Because I was diagnosed with diabetes in a pretty damn severe way. One of these days I'll tell the full story of what happened there. I think I kind of did in one of my little introduction to the Trilateral Realms videos I made. Actually, I think I only made one video. I made a Substack post, though, which, by the way, the first 4... Or no, they were going to be the first... never mind. No, they still are the first 4 stories in Tales from the Trilateral Realms. A Reaper's Day Off was going to be story number 5. Now it's story number 6 because I shuffled the order. Because there's some stories that are very experimental, and I wanted to put those in between more regular styled stories. But the order in which I had a Reaper's Day Off kind of didn't lend to that, so order got changed. And oh man, I can't wait for people to read this. Because I feel like I'm a lot better at writing than I am on talking off the cuff. I am... Where was I going with this? But I'm going to have 2 novella series running. One is going to be Midnight Falls. I may have accidentally said what the other one is on a live stream at one point. I don't remember. But just in case I didn't, I'm keeping that one a little bit of a secret for now. And the proportions of this image are bothering the living crap out of me. But yeah. Well, yeah, the original releases I had originally released... it was just a thing I released on Amazon called The Room, a short story, and I had this story Mirror Mirror, which was technically the first one I had ever written, like kind of bundled in with that. People actually seem to like that one more than The Room, which I think The Room is the longest short story I have ever written, even after everything was said and done. The last story in Tales from the Trilateral Realms almost reached the same length, but it was like 2 pages shy. Because I do things at 22 font when I write them, and at the end of the day, The Room came out to like 16 pages, and the last short story came out to 14 pages. Which some people would say, man, at 22 font, that's not super short, which... Or that's not super long. That's really, really short. But I like to keep my writing... Like, I don't like to add a whole lot of fluff to it. I kind of like to get to the point. Which Yeah, I mean, it's probably because I like to tell stories, but I'm not the biggest fan of the actual writing process itself. Because I'm more of a visual storyteller than anything else. And so I try to write in a way that lends itself to really good imaginative visuals that the reader can picture in their heads. Which I think is going to give me an advantage in today's market, because not only is it oversaturated, but because of social media and crap like that, people's attention spans aren't exactly what they used to be. So that combined with the way I do my writing, crossing my fingers, I hope that actually winds up giving me an advantage. I forget. Big things are in store. Really big things. That I had also, back in the day, I don't know if it was 2014, might have been 2015, maybe a little bit later. Actually, no, it had to have been around 2014. Well, I released, it was technically my first draft of Midnight Falls Book 1. And, looking back, I'm like, okay, not only was it was like 20-something pages at 22 font, but looking back, I'm like, oh man, I'm glad this bombed, because I'm completely rewriting that. So one of the things is see if I'm able to sell enough of the Kindle copies of Tales from the Trilateral Realms, which, by the way, the first 2 stories in there are going to be Mirror, Mirror, and The Room. So those are going back up for sale because I completely took them down from the Amazon Marketplace. I'm gonna try to see how the look inside feature works, and sort of try to make it to where those 2 stories are just completely free for anyone who may have bought them originally, although they've been vastly more well edited since then. Mostly because I've learned a lot, and I also put them through Grammarly, so no more spelling snafus. Oh, that was embarrassing looking back when I actually took the files, I put them in there. It's like, oh, here's like 100 spelling errors. I'm like, oh god, I have had this up for sale since 2014. And I think it was only this year that I took them down. Or hell, that I even knew how to take them down. But yeah. And, so yeah, those were in pretty rough shape. I got them in better shape. I changed a few things. They're mostly the same stories. The basic general structure of Midnight Falls is going to be roughly the same. Like the major like zoomed out plot beats are going to be the same. But it is practically going to be a different story altogether. All the characters are going through major changes. One in particular, more than others, for reasons that will be very obvious to anyone who ever read the version that was up for all those years. But I'm expecting Midnight Falls Book 1, which the original working title for the first book was The House on 2nd Street. And then when I actually released it on Amazon, I changed it to The House on the Edge of Town. And I've got a new working title for it. That's all I'm going to say for now. It's a title that I like better, because I realize I need to focus more on the actual titles of the books rather than relying on the title of the overall series itself. So I've got a much more striking, eye-catching name. But I think that's about all I really have for now. I will probably see you tomorrow after the book launches. But I'm gonna stop embarrassing myself by desperately trying to come up with stuff on the fly here to talk about. I mean, once you really get me in the zone, I can just go all day, but not today. So I will see you in the next video whenever I see ya, and this is Chatzu.